Got everyone? Good evening, everyone. At about 5 to 5 this evening, just behind my right shoulder at 45th and 7th, shots rang out. We had police officers in the area at the time that immediately put over a call for shots fired and responded about a block to the scene. At the end of what we now know is we have 3 individuals that are shot. We have a female Hispanic, 4 years old, from Brooklyn, shot in the leg and expected to undergo surgery at Bellevue Hospital. We have a 23-year-old female tourist from Rhode Island here today to New York City, first to visit the Statue of Liberty, which was closed or not available at the time they got the tickets, and decided to come to Times Square to enjoy the sights. And last, we have a 43-year-old female Hispanic from New Jersey. What we know right now is we have a dispute that erupted between 2 to 4 individuals, males. We have a picture of one person of interest that we have put out on NYPD News on our Twitter page, as well as a video. If you go there, you will see it. We are asking anyone with any information of what transpired here today to please call our Crime Stoppers hotline. It is, as you know, a very active investigation right now. I have Chief Sortner, to my left. He will speak and answer any questions regarding the investigation in a moment. Very active investigation. We have 3 shell casings that appear to be .25 caliber recovered right now, and we will see where it goes from there. Any questions?
Are they all innocent bystanders, the 3?
It appears at this point in time the 3 individuals that are shot are not known to each other, and it appears that all 3 are innocent bystanders.
One shooter?
At this point in time, we have 1 person of interest that we are seeking information. We have at least 1 shooter. It's very active in the investigation.
Any indication there's a gang connection or drugs?
No indication yet, too preliminary.
Any indication of what this dispute may have been over?
No, very early in the investigation.
The mayor said he intimated about illegal guns in his tweet. Can you talk about that? Do you have any information about the gun? Did you recover one?
There is no gun recovered at this point in time. Obviously, we're very concerned about the proliferation of guns, not only in this incident, but throughout New York City the last couple of years. I could tell you, Steve Hughes here on my right, the chief of Manhattan South, his officers are out there every day taking guns off the street. We have been taking guns off the street in New York City at an alarming rate over the last 2 years. And it's time now that we have consequences for those.
Commissioner Shea,
Yes.
4-year-old, where was the 4-year-old?
The 4-year-old female was shot in the leg. We have a 4-year-old female shot in the leg, a 23-year-old female that was also shot in the leg, and the 43-year-old was shot in the foot.
And did they happen all at once?
It was instantaneous. The officer heard approximately 4 to 5 shots, possibly. That's preliminary, and that could change. And it's during that exchange, that gunfire, that the 3 were struck.
Is getting surgery?
The 4-year-old.
Commissioner,
what's the condition? What are their
you said there
conditions?
were 2 to 4 people. Were they shooting at each other, or was there only one?
Very preliminary. We have a dispute from numerous witnesses that a dispute occurred on the street involving at least 2 to 4 people. It is during this dispute that at least 1 person pulls out a gun. This is early and that could change. And it is during that pulling out the gun and the gunfire that 3 individuals that were not involved in the initial dispute were struck.
What is
Commissioner-
it with tourism in the city? Here we have someone from Rhode Island. They're working so hard to make Times Square a tourist attraction again. What happens now? How do you assure tourists?
And I would say the same thing. How many kids have to be shot before we take this seriously? We just had a 1-year-old homicide cleared this week. How many more kids do we need to be shot before we realize that bad policies have consequences? And we need action, and we need policies regarding laws to have
What
consequences
is
for
the
the
bad
arrests.
policy?
We've gone over it many times. I think you're seeing it play out, and it's time that it stops.
What's the condition of the victim? Condition of the victim.
We have the 4-year-old that is going to undergo surgery, the last we heard. A very brave girl that is here buying toys when she is shot.
Commissioner, you have issues in the South with whether it be the issues with EDPs south of here, open air drug markets going on. Is this a part of that issue?
Well, I think we've spoken about this ad nauseum at this point, right? Day in and day out. Earlier this morning, and I believe 145th Street, we had an innocent 60-year-old pushed onto the subway tracks. The individual was almost immediately arrested by responding police officers. It is the third time this year already that individual has been arrested for unprovoked assaults. When is this going to end? How many more people have to be injured, pushed in front of a train, or in this case, a young 4-year-old toy shopping shot?
She was with her
Commissioner,
parents.
we've
Who
heard
was she with? Do you know?
She was with her family.
So what are your companies do that are coming to Times Square now in the future? What should they do to try to stay safe?
Listen, this is all of our job. You have officers out here every day, as you saw today. We had officers from Steve Hughes Detail. He can go into how many on the same block, immediately engaged. We are detectives right now tracking that individual on video. We got the first picture out. I have no doubt that individual will be arrested in short time. This is the greatest city in the world. We need help with some of these laws.
Commissioner, what's your message to New Yorkers? I mean, this is Times Square. There would have been hundreds, thousands of people. What do you want to tell New Yorkers about how safe the city is if you can't come to Times Square without getting shot?
Yep, greatest city in the world. Native New Yorker, love it. I remember when this city was very bad. The men and women of this department brought this city back. It is still a safe city. It is a great city, but we need help.
Did you tell the mayor about his
gun violence is
news
rising
conference?
throughout the
Nobody's
city,
not here?
and now it hits Times Square. What can the NYPD do to bring those under control?
No, we're going to do what we have been doing, and we're going to continue to. We have officers getting out of the academy just this week. We have officers that are continually being deployed throughout New York City. We have an all-time record, basically, in gun arrests being made. We have two very impressive gun cases that came down this week. One in Brooklyn, as I'm sure you are well aware of. One in the Bronx, where targeted precision policing cases against shooters came down. We're going to continue to do that. We're going to continue to keep New Yorkers safe. We have 2 academy classes that just got out that are hitting the street, extremely eager to get out there and keep New Yorkers safe. And it's going to be a great time coming back from COVID. But we need help with some of these laws, there's no doubt. Couple more questions.
On reopening Times Square.
I'm sorry?
When do you plan on reopening Times Square?
It'll be open later this evening.